Then we looked at what else? Then we looked at Kutagara Sutra, and in there it says, if one says, I ended the suffering without understanding the Four Noble Truths, that cannot happen, right? Four Noble Truths can also be explained in various ways. That is also something that you need to know, because different people might explain that in different ways. Just because someone is explaining it in a different way doesn't mean that is wrong. So that is something that you need to understand. Then we looked at Avijja Sutra. One who completes the association of Satpurusa completes. So in here what it says is a one who meets a Satpurusa will end up, most of the time will end up listening to Dhamma and then getting the Yoniso Manasikara and Dhammanudhamma Pratipada. They will walk the path eventually, right? The heart of the path to Nibbhana is Anicca. So Anicca is very, very important in this walking the path. By getting to know Anicca, or by becoming a Sotapanna, that person comes to Anulomakshanti and Sammatya Niyame. Those are the two things that we learned. Anulomakshanti is when you understand Dhamma, you get to a very peaceful state, a tranquility where you are like, oh, you let everything, you are relieved with all the pressure, because you are not holding on to a lot of things anymore. So you get to that state, and that is Anulomakshanti. And Samyatya Niyame is then you decide that this is the right path and this is what is the important thing to do, right? So that is Samyatya Niyame. Then we looked at Aniccanupassaya Sutra. When one comprehends Anicca Dukkha Anatta, that person gets to Ahuneya Pahuneya Dakkineya Anjali Karneya Anuttaram Punyakettan Lokasati. So a person who understands Dhamma will become a Sangha, in other words, right? To overcome Miccha Ditthi, one must comprehend Anicca. So that is the other thing that we looked at, we understood. Then we looked at Asada Sutra. In the Asada Sutra, they are saying there are three main views. Ditthi. Asada Ditthi, Sakkaya Ditthi or Atta Ditthi, and Miccha Ditthi. Those are the three main views. In order to get rid of the three main views, to overcome Asada Ditthi, one must practice the Anicca Sanya. To overcome the Atta Ditthi, one must practice Anatta Sanya. And to overcome Miccha Ditthi, one must practice Samma Ditthi. Right? And then we moved on to the core of Sila Sutra. To become Sotapanna, one needs to concentrate on Anicca Dukkha Anatta. To become Sakadagami, one needs to concentrate on Anicca Dukkha Anatta. To become Anagami, to become Arihat, you need to concentrate on Anicca Dukkha Anatta. That is how important Anicca Dukkha Anatta is. So therefore we came to the conclusion that the core of the Four Noble Truths is Anicca Dukkha Anatta. Then we looked at Jnana and Neya. Nyaya. We looked at what is Jnana, the wisdom, and what is the Nyaya, as in the concept. What is the concept? The concept is Anicca Dukkha Anatta. And the Jnana is Aniccanupassaya. So practicing this is the Jnana, or this is the wisdom. So the noble person who knows it and saw it practices it. So that is what the Jnana is. Then we looked at Bahudhataka Sutra. A Sotapanna will not take any Sankhara as fulfilling an ultimate pleasure or valuable, right? Practicing Anicca Sanya is what one needs to do to acquire mass merits. So we looked at how to obtain mass merits, right? In the Velama Sutra, they were talking about how important it is like they were saying that it's better to give a Sotapanna than 1,000 normal monks, and then better to give one Sakadagami than 100 Sotapannas. It's better to give a Anagami than a Sakadagami. So we were moving on and on and on, and we came to where it says it's better, or you get more merits by giving an alms to Mahasangha, and then spreading noble, loving and kindness gives more merits than even giving alms to Mahasangha. Then concentrating anicca for a split second gives more merits than spreading noble, loving and kindness. So this is what we can get the most merits by concentrating on anicca, dukkha, anatta. So that is what will take you to Nibbhana. That is what will take you in the path. So the closer you try to get to the Nibbhana, or to become enlightened, the more merits you will get, right?